Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. I've got me, Carly and Matilda here. I'm just going to make some small updates to this door before I start texturing it. No? Alright. Let me see if I can fix this. I don't think I can change my volume. Yeah. You can't hear the others a minute. I need to change my Discord setup. Okay, try now.
Hello.
All right. Hello, testing. We're gonna make sure this is all good.
Nice.
It works.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
I'm the door guy, apparently.
Yep, you're the door guy.
This is all I do. All I do here is just make doors all day long.
It is all both of us do, honestly, isn't it?
Pretty much.
When will the doors
That's
end?
what you're
Never.
here for.
Yep.
Actually, you guys finished the doors a long time ago. We just keep giving you new doors.
You keep making up new doors.
Yeah.
Just to keep us occupied.
Yeah,
Yes.
just so that we don't run out of things to do. Oh my god. I have so many things to do. That would
We're
be a
gonna be
cruel,
stupid.
cruel joke.
I'm checking in on my Tamagotchi currently. Because it just hit teen phase this morning.
Oh my god.
What generation am I in though? This is a 7th generation child now. It's in teen phase and it's the ugliest Tamagotchi I got yet.
I mean, it's
Aww.
I feel very sad for saying that, but these genetics are whack.
Your genetics are whack, bro.
things to not say to a person.
I feel bad. I'm sorry.
No.
Let me describe. I'm just gonna describe what he looks like.
Yes. Okay.
He's orange. He has bright orange cheeks.
So
He's got a duck beak.
Oh.
Amazing.
His head kind of looks like a sack over a real head, and he's got a button up. He's got blue wings, a blue afro, and a unicorn horn.
I mean, he sounds amazing.
Sounds
He's
magical.
Quite the character.
He sounds like he's gonna go to clown school,
He is gonna go to clown school.
clown college, and gets a little older.
Yeah, well, his mother was a thick purple duck that carried flowers with her everywhere.
Oh
I loved her. She was a good Tama. And she had very sparkly eyes. And then the father is a yellow and blue Oni that wears a red cape everywhere.
no. Oh.
So,
What? Hence Afro?
yeah, that's where this little teen got his afro.
I
There
love
we
the
go.
Afro.
The afro is the cute part. I like it.
Okay. I think
The
duck-
weird part is that it literally looks like his head is not his head. It looks like a
weird-
bag head.
one of those like terrifying mask things.
Kinda.
Oh my god! Wait. Have you played Little Nightmares?
Oh no, I haven't.
Where like all of the enemies in that game are wearing some kind of absolutely terrifying rubber mask, and you never see what their actual heads look like because all you see is
Gonna
these
Google.
disgusting rubber masks. And like at first glance, I think it took me a while to realize that they were rubber masks, but they like scratch their real faces under the masks with their gross little
Oh.
hands and stuff, and it's very unsettling. And there's no explanation for it at any point in the game.
Oh, I
Everyone's
see
just
it.
wearing the mask.
I am looking at them now. The enemies, or what I'm assuming is the enemies in this game, look very gross and would very much freak me out.
Yep. I think everything in that game, except for the other little gnome things, are enemies. Everything is an enemy unless it's a child.
Oh.
And the majority of people in that game want to eat you. And will.
Ah.
When they catch you. Which they probably will if you're bad at the game, like I am.
It says it's available on Switch.
Yes.
Like, oh. I'm always looking for more games for my Switch.
Yeah, there was like a massive glut of games came out for the Switch, but they're all
Lots
really,
of indie games.
Yeah, lots of not very good indies.
Oh, well, there's more indies coming out on the Switch, including lots of old ones that are really good. Like they're putting Sword and Sorcery on Switch.
Oh, I own that, but I haven't played it yet.
I
It's
really
such a
like that
good
game.
game.
I played it a long time
That's
ago
so good.
when they ported it to PC.
I mean, it looks amazing. Which is
I
obviously
love
why
the dialogue in that game and the music in that game. It's very good.
Yeah, it's very clever. Very clever.
See,
game.
I listened to the soundtrack.
Oh,
But still
I
haven't
love
played
it.
Oh, I was gonna get I thought about getting Dead Cells on Switch, but I already had it on PC, and I just thought I should probably not buy it in more than one place.
You consider that a lot.
Dead Cells. Now I'm looking this up.
Dead Cells is awesome.
Oh.
I haven't played Hollow Knight yet. I've got it, and I've heard it's very good. I have a lot of games I haven't played because I'm too busy doing work.
I feel you. I have Hollow Knight. I downloaded it and I have not played it yet.
I've done that with so many games. But people have been telling me to play Hollow Knight for like since it came out.
I think this is even a gift copy Steve gave me because
Oh.
he bought a bundle and it came with an extra copy that because he already had it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll play it. And then I downloaded it and I need to play it.
I mean, everyone has a list, just an endless list.
Yeah,
didn't
it's
play.
a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Problem we all have.
So
No
many-
one is here. No one here is excluded, I'm sure.
I don't think so. I've never met anyone who's actually into games who doesn't have just a list.
An enormous list.
Just huge.
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 I'm just gonna leave
Can't
it
do
in.
it.
Tonight,
It's not
I
that
have
many.
got all prepped. Hamtaro, Ham Heartbreak. That's what I'm streaming later. I'm very excited. And I guess I just keep filling my time playing games that I've already played over and over again.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
I don't know why.
It's
I
because
think it's because you know what you're gonna get. So
Yeah.
it's like a safe kind of.
you know you're gonna have a good time, and also it doesn't take as much of an emotional effort
That's
to play
true.
something. Because if you hear something like Hollow Knight, for example, where everyone's just like, "Oh, it's so good! Oh, it's so good! I had so many feelings," and you're like, "Well, that sounds like it's a really good game, but am I ready for all the feelings?"
Yeah, it feels like
Am I ready?
It feels like a time investment.
Yes, exactly. Like a kid
I
just
have-
played Dishonored for the 5th time.
I'm sure other people are like this too, but like if I know like I only have a couple of hours and then I have to go do something else, I won't play a game most of the time. Cause then I'm like, oh, I have to like put energy and time and then I have to drag myself away in just a few hours. And I won't have time to relax and think about things afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Because it takes time to like charge up
Yeah.
and get immersed, I guess, and then you have to sort of like.
Recharge yourself.
Yeah.
So, in the public Discord, in gaming general, I posted a picture of my Tama. If you guys want to see what he looks like,
Let me see.
he looks sad.
He's sad because you keep calling him ugly.
No, I'm sorry, Tama.
Oh no!
How could you? How could
He
you?
just- He's going to clown college.
He really is.
He really is. He's ready for it. He's been preparing his whole life.
He was actually a really cute toddler stage. He was very round and very happy.
This is the ugly stage.
Yeah, we'll see what he becomes like as an adult.
Maybe he grows
We'll
up
see
super
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's
Oh, yeah.
24 hours until adult stage, so
That's not a very long teenage stage.
no. I know.
Be right back.
People are gonna get so mad at my super thin triangles.
Uh-oh. We don't do thin here, we do thick.
It's funny how mad people get about 3D modeling design practice.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know any better. I'll believe you and trust you. If you want those thin triangles, get those thin triangles.
Yeah, my triangles are the thinnest.
So I just made my Teen Tama juggle, so he is preparing for clown college now.
Excellent.
Good job.
I'm glad that that's a thing that he can do.
Yep, because all the generations pass down everything that I've purchased, so he's got a lot of inherited gifts, including balls to juggle with.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that that is a possibility in his very limited universe.
Yeah. Universe is not as limited as you may think.
No, I
Plus,
haven't played it
when I
since
meet up,
the 90s. So
I recommend.
I know, but like I was looking at the prices and just like,
I've invested so much time into this. It's ridiculous. And when I'm gonna see my cousin in like a week or so, because when I go to Portland, she's coming down from Washington, and we're gonna connect our Tamas. So hopefully they can become friends and have babies together.
and you can have a less ugly baby.
Oh no. I'm sure I'll find a way. Well, the thing is, I messed up my genetics. That sounds really bad to say that I messed up my genetics. Because I keep choosing weird pairs and putting them together to see what they get.
No, that makes sense in a game about genetics.
Yeah,
Like,
I just
part of
you want to have the weirdest pairings and see what they create, and then like every single one so far has the eyes of its grandma or the great great grandma.
Huh? Is that like a thing?
Yeah, they all inherited the eyes from the first generation. Like, I guess, original mom.
That's really interesting.
Mm-hmm. And the eyes have not changed once, so.
It's all the same eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been playing 2 Point Hospital as well.
That game's great.
It is really good.
It's like just like Theme Hospital. Basically the same game.
Oh.
But easier. Or maybe I was just too young when I was playing.
I think it's not so much that it's easier, it just like mechanically I don't think it's easier, it just does a better job of letting you know what's going on.
Well, that could be it.
Is it
'Cause
like
that
a
was-
sim game? A sim game or like
Yeah,
what is it?
basically you have to plan and build the inside of a hospital and then like manage the patients and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like a sim game. Not like a Sims game, but a sim game.
Yeah, like almost like a tycoon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very similar to like the roller coaster tycoon games and stuff like that.
And it came out around that time when there were tycoons just coming out of every...
Yeah. every fucking development house was just
There's
Every-
always gaming phases, like we're in the battle royale phase, so
yes.
like there was the indie 8-bit pixel phase as well.
I'm still in that one.
I love that
I know.
one. It was a good one.
There's still some good things coming out of that one, though.
Yeah.
What have I done? What's that? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's the interface. It's more accessible, I guess? It makes more sense.
Oh my gosh. My cousin is she just made a miniature comic of my Tamagotchi.
Oh, no.
Huh?
That's parroting Naruto of this
Oh, shit.
Oh my god,
comic
that sounds
that I used to
perfect.
send her. It's to measure my abilities. I'm gonna save this and share it with everyone.
Thank you.
Also, Brock Wicked said, in light of the new RTX 2080 GPU, have you thought about adding real-time ray tracing?
Yes.
Thought about it, but at the moment we don't have any access to the tech, so
No, exactly. We have discussed it though.
yeah, we've
You've
discussed it.
a lot.
It really depends on Epic and whether
Yeah.
they decide to add it to Unreal as a because we're not going to use a plugin. So it depends what. Well, it's not so much down to Epic as it is down to Nvidia, because they're the ones who have to decide whether or not they're going to let other people use their tech.
Yeah.
If it's locked to Nvidia cards, then
Mm,
and we have to use some weird plugin to get it to work, then it's not really such a good idea.
no, but it has been discussed, and it is really exciting. And
It's
no,
so
Chris, you were really, really
cool.
excited.
Yeah, I really want to implement it, definitely.
I do also miss the pre-rendered background phase. It just looks, I don't know. There's something. It's probably nostalgia at this point, to be honest.
Maybe we should make Shock all pre-rendered backgrounds.
No.
My goodness.
We can
Nope.
call it Alone in the Station.
It's not. No. It's not for this kind of game. I mean, but there's just something like there's a flavor to it that, I mean, probably it's nostalgia now that I'm saying it out loud. But when you play like a game that had the pre-rendered backgrounds, it has like a texture and a flavor that you can't get in any other game. It's just it's just crunchy,
Tasty.
you know, tasty, spicy, and you don't see that
Perfect.
anymore. Yes,
Itchy, tasty.
itchy. No, itchy, tasty, scratchy.
That's it.
Itchy, scratchy, tasty. To this day, you can still say that to one of my friends, and he will break down in tears.
That's quite an extreme reaction.
Yeah. We played it together in like the dark when we were in college, in British college. So when we were 16 or something like that.
British college.
We were British college, which is
I know what you mean, though.
yeah.
I watch enough. I watch enough British TV. I watch enough foreign TV to know what you mean.
Okay. I just feel like I should clarify that this didn't happen when he was like 20.
Let's all pretend it did.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good.
We all played Resident Evil 1, just like together in a dark room, and it just.
I mean, that's the only way to play it.
It was so like it just scarred him for life. Scarred him for life. He had to leave the room several times. It's really good.
Gosh. I loved playing the Resident Evils growing up. I would play with my cousin all the time because he was older than me and would be babysitting me. And then he'd bring over like the Resident Evil and Silent Hill games, and I would get so freaked out.
It is really freaky.
I scared the absolute crap out of myself with Silent Hill.
Ugh.
With Silent Hill 2, I scared myself so bad.
As a full-grown adult, I did that. Yes.
It's easy to do. I want to play the new one because I've only watched a little bit of it because I was watching our audio guy John play it a little bit.
Wait, the new one?
Yeah.
The new
And I
Resident
really want to. The new Resident Evil.
Oh,
The
7's
Seven?
really good.
not the new Silent Hill.
no, the
Okay.
new Resident
Don't
Evil.
make me sad.
It was
Oh
like,
God.
just traumatized forever. But yeah,
No.
Resident Evil 7.
Yeah. Now my brain's lost. I want to get that because I've only seen it played a little bit, and that one looks really freaky.
It
has a Silent Hill vibe.
It's really good, actually.
I'm not sure if it has a Silent Hill vibe, but it for sure is freaky as hell. Very freaky.
It's
The atmosphere feels a little more like in the beginning, less like Resident Evil, and more like they were trying to channel Silent Hill.
It is, yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on which Resident Evil game you're comparing it to.
Yeah. Well, like it wouldn't be like any current Resident Evil game up to that point unless you're thinking about the action, but it's a
No,
little
it's
all over the
definitely
place.
they're doing sort of both the action and the really atmospheric horror
Mm-hmm.
that they did in the early days.
It
I
is
mean,
good.
I
it.
like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Fluffy Wolf is bringing up Evil Within, number 2, but I didn't like what I saw from that game personally, but I haven't actually played it. I
I
just
played
saw a
it a
little
bit
bit of it.
and it was pretty fun, but I got bored of it. I probably will finish it at some point. I
I
liked the
started.
combat.
I like some of what I've seen of the combat.
Well, it relies on the combat a bit too much, is my criticism.
Oh,
That's usually what kills a game like that for me. I don't like when you feel like the combat is happening to you. Does that make sense?
yeah.
When like I was doing something, excuse you,
Excuse you.
excuse you, I was busy, and it just kind of takes you out of it.
I was doing something.
Get out of here with your game. It's time to fight.
And it kind of like shatters the immersion almost.
You can do.
Mm. I did watch an entire playthrough or two of Evil Within. It's one of the things that I sort of like horror game playthroughs that I just kind of keep on in the background. So I've watched a couple of playthroughs of Evil Within 2, but I don't really feel any desire to actually play it.
I'm gutting this door to decide what parts are going to be mirrored. In case anyone was wondering what I was doing, randomly deleting pieces.
Symmetrize.
How dare you delete?
Symmetrize.
I'll delete you in a minute.
Ah.
But you know that like right in the beginning of Silent Hill 2, after you've met the lying figures for the first time, and then like the first time you manage to knock a lying figure over, you know how they don't get up. If you knock one over, they do not get up. They just start crawling around on the ground.
Yeah.
And when the first time I played Silent Hill 2, I was with my sister. We were in a brightly lit room, and we saw one of those lying figures just like coming towards us. It came out from like under a car or behind a
Yep,
car.
I know exactly where that is.
You remember it? And it has that noise. We'd been hearing that. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like a metal insect or something. And you'd been hearing it for ages already. You could hear it out in the mist somewhere. You weren't sure what it was. I was trying to find it, and then the thing comes out from behind a car, and it's like twice as fast as the walking lying figures. It's like
Yeah, you knock it on the floor and it gets faster.
it's faster. Yeah. And I straight up took a 2-year break from Silent Hill 2 before I
A 2-year break.
2-year break.
I'm just gonna take a little break.
Just a little
Yes.
break.
Just imagine you approaching it every single day, never turning off the system, just looking at it, going, not yet.
My opinion of the Bioshock games.
Really using that room anymore.
I completed
feel like
Bioshock 1.
Every single stream, someone asks this.
Yeah. I completed Bioshock 1, and I thought it was alright, but pretty linear. I played Bioshock 2, but I didn't finish it, but I liked it more than the first one, gameplay-wise. I completed Bioshock Infinite, which I enjoyed the story, but the gameplay was super samey, and it was basically just really pretty. Overall, I think they're pretty cool, but I much prefer to play, there's other FPSs I enjoy a lot more.
And yeah, 2 years. 2 years. I couldn't, you know, when you kind of like, you can't really think about it for a while, and then by the time you can actually think about it again, you've sort of forgotten it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of slipped out of my life for a long time, and then I was like, huh.
And then one day you woke up determined.
Must be.
And you're like, it's time. It's
mean-
time that I've completed this.
I am also extremely terrified of horror in general, especially horror games. It's not good.
I love horror a lot, but then like when it comes to games, it's so much more difficult than watching a movie because
Oh.
you're invested and then like engrossed in it.
I tried to answer Trekkie26's question using text, but apparently I'm not logged in on the chat. So
Oh,
that's weird. Right, okay, so I'm using 2 plugins with my Blender for this particular work, and that's something called Hard Ops, which I use for doing all the beveling
It is magic.
and stuff that you see here, all these pretty bevels. And then I use something called Box Cutter, which allows me to do stuff like this. Oh, why didn't that work? Oh, it's behaving really strangely. There we go. I can cut
Uh-oh.
boxes and
Oh.
things.
It is really, really handy.
And what else can you do? You can go like... How do you cut instead?
Yes. Very desirable result. Excellent.
Hold Alt, release that mouse button. Ooh, that's interesting. This thing does so many things, it's really... I'm sure there's a way to... I can't remember how you do it. There's a way to like cut out of things as well.
Boolean? Not Boolean? I swear you have actually showed me how to do this.
Yeah, I know. I can't figure out why I'm struggling.
Huh.
Oh. Do you have to be in this view?
Observer. Who
Well, that creates them.
made Observer? Let me.
Anyway, what was I doing? Let's get rid of that.
Aspir. Right, it's Polish. Huh. Yeah, they also did Layers of Fear, which I did actually play and actually managed to get all the way through, which was surprising because I usually can't.
I like Layers of Fear. It was really interesting.
It was really interesting. It did go on for a really long time. And at points I was kind of like, are we doing this or do I just live here now? But I really, really enjoyed the themes of it. And I loved going back to the canvas and just like smearing whatever body parts I'd ground up on the canvas and just seeing what horrifying things happened. I do have like a severe phobia of dolls though, so parts of that game was not fun for me.
I mean, I think that's completely reasonable.
being
don't like
being
dolls?
dolls? Yeah. I think it's
Like
completely-
porcelain dolls?
I have a
Any
ball
doll.
jointed doll.
Oh no.
She's very cute.
Poor Matilda's gonna be terrified.
Wow.
Well, I can't see it, so it's fine.
Oh.
Actually, ball
Can
joint doll.
see you though.
I know. Okay, I know. I used to have. I didn't used to have a phobia of dolls, and it is a phobia. It is really intense, you guys. But then when I was like 10 years old, I accidentally saw Chucky.
Oh.
Oh, you silly. What did you go and do that for?
Well, I didn't do it to me. My stepbrothers did it to me. because they're awesome. And then I suddenly was like terrified of all the dolls that I had.
Yeah, that would make things feel different.
Mhm.
I
But
don't
then some-
approve of this.
Oh, this is difficult to figure out how I
neither,
do this.
I mean, neither did my parents because it. But I was like convinced that one of my dolls was going to kill me in my sleep. 100% convinced. I know that I was 10 years old, but I was convinced. But like, what do you do with all the dolls that you have then? Because you can't throw them out. Because as we saw in Chucky, that just pisses them off.
And then if you watch Toy Story, that's a whole conflicting thread of thought.
No, but yeah, exactly. But
Because
that-
after
that-
seeing Toy Story, I have to talk to all my things and make sure they're okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think that my solution was something similar, except that I was more like placating them. Like I couldn't throw them away, but I had to put
Aw.
them in a different room so that I could sleep. But I also had to dust them off and talk to them every day so they didn't hate me and kill me. So I couldn't in any way get rid of them. I just had to be as nice to them as possible because I was fucking terrified.
Then you got a whole Annabelle situation where you're gonna
Yeah.
have to get like a specialty case and lock them all up.
Yes. Exactly. And yeah, they're still making Chucky sequels and I don't understand. And like as an adult, yes, it's a comedy. As a 10-year-old, nope. Not funny.
It's pretty funny.
Also, stop sending me puppet pictures, please.
Who's sending you puppet pictures?
Happy Biscuits is sending pictures of dolls.
Ah.
Happy Biscuits, stop that.
Damn it, Happy Biscuits.
The fact that he even has those.
Yeah, how do you even... Excellent doll and excellent doll 1. Great, thank you.
Just had them. It's been waiting. They've been waiting for this to happen their whole life. They've just been collecting
They
doll
knew.
pictures.
And I think the early ones were still, like, they were comedic horror. Like, they were funny horror. They were horror, but they were, like...
All the Chucky movies are really stupid.
They're all stupid. They're all really stupid. Like, I remember one scene that really scared the hell out of me in Bride of Chucky, which I also watched, don't question me. Where a guy pops up out of, like, I think an engine thing, like a
Mhm.
little thing, and they're in a van, and
I
he
know the
pops
part
up.
you mean.
You remember it?
Yeah, I've watched all of them.
Oh, good. And he's got like needles sticking out of his whole body and his face, and he's like screaming.
It's great.
No, it's not.
This interaction is perfect.
Oh, hello. Let's switch this to this mode. Right.
I'm not sure. Has anyone actually watched any of the recent Chucky movies? Because I feel like people stopped watching those in
I
like
have.
the early. Oh, you have?
It feels like people in chat have watched them too.
Yeah, it feels like it. They're not. I don't think they're.
I
really-
only watched the original and then the Bride of.
Yeah, me too.
The new ones are all really bad.
I don't doubt it. I'm not sure.
I
they're-
mean, the old ones are just as bad.
Different time, I guess. Maybe I don't remember how well constructed they were as films because
Oh, the first one was okay, but
I'll take your word for it. I'm not gonna watch.
but then that was the kind of the pattern back then. Is they'd make a movie and it would be okay, and then and it would do well because it was something new, and then it would start getting sequels, and it would gradually deteriorate sequel after sequel.
Yeah.
But then by sequel number 9, it's good again. You
And
never
it's-
know.
I mean, sometimes it happens.
The good old days.
Boxbucket said, "Well, you have checkerboard mode for System Shock."
Uh.
I don't know.
Do-
Probably not.
Do you want checkerboard mode?
Most likely, that's a no.
I don't understand why you would want it. Why? I'm sorry. What do you want it for?
Don't ask questions.
Oh, okay.
Just nod and smile.
Now they can't see either of that, so it would just be silent.
I mean,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay.
Right, look at this mess. What a mess. What is this?
What a mess.
What can I do with this thing?
How's it a mess?
Because it's all on top of itself.
Oh, the UVs.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a better packing. Are there any people in the chat who use Blender who have found a better packing plugin for UV textures? Because
We'll
if
wait.
you have, I'd love to hear about it. Okay, let's. That did nothing. Sweet FA.
Alright, good night. I'm falling asleep.
Good night. Thanks for coming.
Wait, what time is it there? Is it not like 9 a.m.?
It's 9:38 a.m. I'm not a morning person, and so I almost accidentally slept in this morning. I got up at like 8:15, and then immediately messaged in our channel saying, I'll post in a bit.
Yeah, I feel you. Obviously, everything that is on like a timer for this is like in the late afternoon for me. So
I'm gonna end up with a lot of free space on this, I think. I could throw a second door texture so I can do the other side, I guess. I think it's something. I don't like wasting space on the UV map if I can help it. Oh man, the UV map for the bulkhead door, I'm so proud of that thing. I showed it off to Steve like 3 times.
it's really intense.
I was like, Steve, look at this! Steve, look at this!
Look at what I did!
Look at why you pay me.
It is beautiful.
Trekkie26 says there is an add-on called UV Packmaster.
Oh, I'll check that out later.
Must check out.
Yeah, the issue I have with automatic UV packing is that it has a tendency to change the scale, the texel scale, which is very important to our art style.
Is that everything's the same? Because otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
go all Wonkaroony.
Willy Wonka.
Wonkaroony.
Wonkaroony.
That's amazing. You'll go all Wonkaroony.
We don't want that.
No! Nobody wants to be Wonkaroony.
Waka waka.
Waka waka. Waka. Wakaroony.
Macaroni.
Don't want the textures to go macaroni.
Macaroni.
Okay, but let's see.
I just yawned at the same time. Oh my gosh.
We're in sync.
Wow. We finished each other's
Yours.
yawns.
Sandwich.
Ah!
Oh no, it happened!
No.
This looks okay.
But I do also like. I love horror. I really do. I just some games I can't do
You
it.
just,
I
you
can't
just
do
can't.
it.
You
I guess
just
it
can't.
depends on the type of horror too.
Hmm. True. Everyone's got like their thing that they like can't deal with.
And jump scares don't count.
Jump scares don't count.
That's just taking you by surprise.
Yeah, exactly. It's just unnecessary stress. You didn't gain anything.
I'm impressed when a jump scare gets me these days.
I am never impressed when a jump scare.
They have to like really make an effort to get me. I've played so many horror games.
You're so hardcore.
The jump scares is just like. It's not. The thing is, like, I played tons of horror games because I liked being scared, and now they don't have any effect. So.
Oh.
Oh well.
Oh, it's okay. We'll get you some VR horror games. Maybe that will.
Oh, one of them made me shout at my computer, so that was.
Woo! Which
Ow.
one?
I can't remember what it was called, but like there was this room with a bath, and something appeared in the room. But I was in there, and I turned around to walk back out, and there was something stood in the doorway,
Oh.
and I was not expecting it.
Yeah.
There's not very many decent VR games though.
Not yet.
Not yet, indeed.
Not
Let's make one.
yet.
Yeah, let's
PT
make
VR.
Drop System Shock.
let's make no even better. Let's make System Shock VR.
Yeah.
I mean, I already messed around. I messed around with my HTC Vive, having a look at the System Shock levels in VR,
Ooh.
and that's pretty fun. So no guarantees, but that is something I'm going to look into once we've released the game, because it would be cool to play it in VR.
It would be really cool.
What am I doing? Getting distracted. That's what I'm doing.
I think there is one jump scare
In what?
in a game that
A
is
game.
in a game.
There's a
not in
jump scare in a game?
No, listen. There's one jump scare in a game that is just, mwah, just every time. It is just so beautiful, and that's the jump scare on top of the church in Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. You played
What?
it.
I haven't
You're
finished
getting
it.
over it?
Getting Over It
I have not
Wait.
played it.
with Bennett Foddy.
I know which one you're talking about though.
Yeah. There's a jump scare in it
What?
that can send you essentially all the way back to the start of the game. And I've seen it happen, and it is so beautiful. It didn't actually bump me off the church, but I've seen it happen to other people. And
Yay, I like it when other people fail at games.
I like watching people fail at getting over it.
That's kind of the point of that game, isn't it?
It is the whole point of that game. And it is extra delicious when you've played it yourself.
I mean, I did play it myself, but I didn't finish it because it's really, really hard.
It's really, really hard. It's really, really frustrating. It
And
is.
I was like, I just don't have the time to learn the muscle memory to get past these puzzles.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it is, isn't it? It takes a long time.
Do you guys have you ever had the experience of playing through a whole entire game, and the whole entire game you're expecting something, so you're tense the whole time? You're like, okay, when is the thing gonna happen? When is the thing gonna happen? And then nothing actually happens, and that's not the genre of game at all.
Yep, Gone Home.
Okay.
Oh my god,
so
yeah, I had that
I was
same
gonna
thing.
say
at
the
Gone Home.
same thing.
I was just waiting for the ghost, waiting for the ghost.
Okay, so all three of us thought Gone Home at the same time.
Yep.
I
Did
love
it
that
keep going?
game. I've played that game probably 5 or 6 times because I really love being in it now. But the first time playing it, I was like, okay, when is it gonna happen? Because then they even bring up ghosts because
Yeah.
It's a
I
lot.
was like, this is genre hopping a lot. When is this gonna happen?
Yes, I remember we were in the library when you were looking for that secret door
Yeah.
to lead to like the seance, the little seance room or whatever. It's like a little Ouija board or
Oh,
something.
can I just say, I
Yeah.
agree with Hotland. That is possibly the best scare in any Silent Hill game.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That goddamn room scared the absolute crap out of me.
Yep. It is. It's amazing. That whole game. I do love it. My version of it though keeps glitching out.
Oh no.
Aw.
Rage quitting it. It is so good though.
You're quitting because you got scared, weren't you?
No, I'm rage quitting. Silent Hill 3 doesn't actually scare me for some reason.
It's not a particularly scary game. It's
No, it's not as scary as number 2.
No. it's not as scary as the burping nurses in 4.
Shut your mouth.
I actually quite like 4, honestly.
4 or for the room?
Yeah, the room.
Okay.
The room was pretty good. I'm not sure the burping nurses.
Yeah,
Fucking
that was
nurses.
weird. The nurses were a bit weird.
Yes, it was baffling to me the entire time I played it. I could not understand why they were burping.
No.
They burp every single time you hit them.
They burp when they fall downstairs. They burp on every step.
They burp every time
Burp.
they have anything impact them.
Yeah.
Just stop making fun of their gas. Stop gas shaming them.
I know,
Gas
stop
shaming.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They have feelings too.
It's tough to control your gas when you're a corpse.
I mean,
They have no control.
No control anymore. No muscle control. But that game was actually, there are definitely parts of that game that I really, really love.
there's a lot of really interesting things happen in that game,
Mm,
and the storyline is really creepy.
yes. And like when the phenomena start like leaking into your quote unquote safe space, like your
Oof.
your actual flat,
Did not like it.
mess me up.
I didn't like it.
Mess me up.
It's like, this is supposed to be the safe room.
No, this is where I live.
Why is there baby heads all over the wall?
I think they're called hauntings.
The baby heads.
The baby
Speaking
head.
of jump scares, my
baby
cat
heads.
just jumped through the window.
Oof.
Well, this is a literal jump scare.
Yeah, he jumped through the window and stared at me. I'm like, ah!
Oh, why have I made this so difficult for myself? What am I doing with my life? Here we go. Let's get you guys out of the way.
Huh. Again, the Secret World is a game that I own and have. I think I've finished the tutorial, but then I just.
Oh, the MMO.
Yeah, the MMO.
Yeah, I played that a little bit.
Oh, yeah, the Cthulhu-esque one.
Yeah, I guess it's Cthulhu-esque. It's the one where you
That's how it
choose-
was pitched back in the day.
It's all
I
about
remember.
like conspiracy theories
Yeah,
and stuff. It's
'Cause
like if the conspiracy theories are all true.
Yes.
because I remember I was given alpha stuff for that. Like, what was it, like in 2000, like 10 or 11? I was giving alpha stuff for it, and like we were supposed to do something with it at my work, and I was like, I can't get into this.
It was really tough for me to get into in the beginning as well, but I didn't play it in alpha. Obviously, in alpha, it was probably quite different.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it. I was getting into a lot of like alpha testing things because I was also working on an MMO back then too. So it was like we were given so many MMOs.
I mean, that's really cool. Which one were you working on?
Not a very good one.
Oh, okay.
Firefall.
Firefall.
Oh, that was okay. I mean,
Some of the iterations were okay. That game had so many like redesigns.
yeah.
So I was with it for 4 years, and for the first 2, it was awesome. For the second 2, it was not the same game.
Oh, that really sucks. That must have not been much fun to see that happen.
Yeah, it was really depressing because I loved that game.
That's frustrating.
Happy Biscuits says, didn't Firefall have the crazy modded tour bus? And I'm going to say, yes, it did. It did have that crazy bus.
Oh yeah, the ghosts in the room. I fucking hate them. Isn't it? And I don't think you usually have to kill them, but I think there are parts where you absolutely do have to kill one. And it's like a whole thing with putting down the candles and all
Oh, the
that.
ghosts, yeah.
Yeah, the ghosts.
Well, it was
And
all the babies that come out of the wall above your storage box are a pain in the ass. But apparently if you ignore them, they go away after a while. If you just
True
like
with
leave
most
the room and
things.
come back.
I didn't.
Yeah. That's how I deal with most problems in life.
Ignore it until it goes away.
Yeah.
Babies crawling out of your plaster work. Ignore it. Calm
It'll
down.
be fine. This is fine.
I'll call the landlord tomorrow.
This is fine.
This is fine. This is fine. This is okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Really. It's okay.
You can probably get out of the lease. They didn't mention it when you moved in.
Yes, good point. So, in a way, it's a good thing.
Yee.
I was not told there would be ghosts in my house when I moved in.
No one told me about the ghost infants.
Well, you didn't ask.
There was nothing about ghosts in the contract. And I read it thoroughly.
Isn't there a thing that happens in Silent Hill 4 if you keep, like, looking out the window every time you're quote-unquote home? Every time you're in the apartment?
There's things that can happen outside.
I only played the room once, and it was like, when it first came out. I don't remember much of it. Though I do remember I was cracking up. I was pretty young when it came out, and I was cracking up anytime a dog would jump at me. I would just quickly read something, so it would freeze the dog midair, and I'd just laugh at it.
Ah. That's a
Like,
smart
haha,
move.
you can't get me.
That's just smart tactics. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game tactics.
I was watching a Japanese streamer playing Resident Evil, and he's really easily scared, and every time something jumps out, he goes into the menu.
I do that.
Wow.
It was so funny.
I mean, you want to watch someone who's, like, actually affected.
Yeah,
by
that's
the thing.
what makes it so much fun.
If my streamer ain't traumatized, I don't want any.
Exactly.
That's why people love Markiplier so much.
He is very
Oh,
affected
boy.
by everything and very
We
loud.
don't talk about Markiplier here. Actually, my boyfriend does not like Markiplier because whenever we go anywhere, people are like, "Oh my god, I thought you were Markiplier" to him.
What?
Really?
Yeah. People have asked to take a photo with him, and he's like, "Oh god."
I'm not Markiplier.
Hates it so much.
Oh, that's
we can't go to
kind of
conventions together anymore. I don't really see it, to be honest, but I guess it's there.
I mean, I guess it has to be there, but
Yeah.
does he have a green mohawk by any chance?
No.
No?
Well, Markiplier doesn't have dyed hair anymore either. Markiplier went back to all natural hair.
My world is it's torn asunder at this realization.
And he has natural hair?
Yeah, I thought his natural hair was crazy colors. I thought that was just natural.
Oh.
And then here I find I was wrong all along.
Don't cry.
I cry on the inside. Oh. Oh no, that's very wrong. Don't do that. I mean, it's close enough.
Wow, it's that beautiful song.
Thank you.
Wow.
What a beautiful song.
What? sky falls past your window. Huh. I don't remember that. I remember watching someone... Do you watch someone go to the hospital or something like that? I feel like you see like
You see an ambulance come to pick up the girl
ambulance.
who dies in the... oh, spoiler alert. He dies
Oh,
in the subway.
Spoiler? It's old. You can spoil.
It is very old, but still worth playing. And then like if you... Oh my god, I remember if you keep peeping on your neighbor, the like creepy teddy bear that she has next to her bed...
Turns and looks
Oh
at you.
yeah!
you!
Yes!
And it's not okay. I mean, it's my fault. I'm sorry.
You shouldn't have kept peeping. You
Shouldn't have
peeping
kept
Tom.
peeping.
What do you
But
think was going to
you know-
happen?
Peeping is rude. You shall be punished.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it in real life. It's just because it's a game and you
Oh,
need to get...
I would do it.
Oh. Good. Now we have that. Do we have that recorded?
Please.
No, but like, I hate when horror games know that I'm gonna do all the creepy things, even though they're creepy, just because I want all of the content.
Oh yes.
And then
It's
they're
like, damn you, horror game, for being so smart. Damn you. Damn you.
Oh yeah. No, the ghosts. You can't kill them. You're right.
Yeah, you can just stab them with swords, and then they get
Yes.
stuck on the floor forever.
Yes.
They're
But
they're really
they're
creepy,
out of-
actually.
Out of the way.
Welcome back to Citadel Station.
Welcome back
Today
to
is the
Citadel
6th day of
Station.
November, year 2002.
Just hearing the music.
Oh, I have the volume turned down, so I don't know what music's playing.
Oh, I have it muted.
I have it down very, very low, just in case something weird happens.
Oh, fair enough.
Trying to make sure, because I can still kind of hear a little bit of our voices.
Mm.
Because I want to make sure we still have volume, just in case audio goes whack.
Wiggity whack.
Wackadoodle.
Wackadoodle.
Wackadoodle do.
Wackadoodly diddler. Wait. Doodler.
Rock the Wicked says, where do you get the music from?
I
listen.
go onto YouTube and search System Shock. System
For
Shock
real?
music. And then I picked the remix soundtrack.
That's amazing.
Oh, that keyboard sound.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
mine.
That was so extreme.
I know. It's a really, really old keyboard.
I was like, oh. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, I know. I need to get it replaced. I need to get everything replaced, honestly. It's starting to actually become hard to work even. So I need
Oh.
to start looking at that.
Okay, that'll do for now. I've got some space in case I want to add anything else. But it's nice to have something to work with. Boop. Now to create my copy parts.
So I texted my partner if she was on her way home, and she texted me a picture of her front door, like a fucking weirdo.
Like,
What?
as in to say, I'm here.
I am here. I have been here.
It's a new horror game.
I am here.
It is a bit creepy.
It is a bit creepy. She could have just said yes.
No. No. It's not that simple.
Tell her I said hi.
I will. I will.
And tell her I said stop being so creepy.
Stop creeping on
You don't know me, but I say hi too.
Oh, okay. I will. I will say hi. But I'm gonna go and have dinner, but I'll be back later.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Bye.
Gotta feed my Tamagotchi.
That's very important.
I'm only
Tamagotchis
giving him
are
rice
very
balls.
Important.
Hey, I've raised 7 generations so far. This is a commitment.
Exactly.
They haven't died.
I said it's very important.
Oh.
That should do the trick.
So, you're doing what right now? This is UV unwrapping?
Yeah, I'm doing some kind of magic.
Some sort of magic.
Yeah.
Brock the Wicked said, have you watched The Iron Giant? That's like one of my favorite movies.
The Iron
It's so
Giant's
good.
great. I've made
It's
a
a classic.
mistake. I've made a mistake.
What?
It's okay, I can fix it, but it's still a mistake. This is why you have to be careful when you're doing 3D modeling
Oh
and
dear.
stuff, because you can make mistakes.
Were we too distracting?
No, it was my own fault. Go to that one.
I feel like it's been a while since I've watched Iron Giant, but that's a movie that I watch quite frequently. But it has been a while.
Have you seen Kubo and the Two Strings?
No, it's on my
That's
queue
like my
on
favorite
Netflix.
movie.
I keep intending to watch it,
I love
and I
it so
have
much.
it queued up, but I haven't yet.
Watch it. Watch it tonight.
Ugh, I
Or
gotta.
we're not friends anymore.
Ah! That's a lot of pressure. Oh my gosh. My boyfriend wants to watch it too, so I've been like saving it, but he is really bad at watching movies because he gets sleepy.
Silly,
He has no
sleepy,
focus.
sleepy one.
But I really like the stop motion films a lot.
Yeah, Leica,
Yeah,
nobody
they're
is anywhere
amazing.
near as good as Leica.
I really love stop motion. I used to make stop motion stuff when I was a kid
Mm.
because I had my cousin who babysat me all the time had a stop motion
Oh,
camera.
that's awesome. I actually learned animation by doing stop motion.
Really?
Yeah.
I did stop motion also in high school because I took animation classes, and I always like had the most fun doing just experimental stuff. And I did paper cutout stop motion a lot.
Yeah.
That was fun.
You move like an insect.
Hawkland's telling me look up Tony versus Paul on YouTube.
How does this
I
look
don't
like
know
a
about
24-hour
that.
stream?
He always says that.
Oh, okay. I don't get it.
Sir Kane just always wants us to 24-hour stream.
I don't wanna.
Join me
Oh, I put that in the wrong place.
Oh, Tony versus Paul. I have seen this.
together.
It's been a long time, but I have seen this.
I hope you enjoyed our little rebellion, irritant.
Okay. Getting there.
This part seems so tedious.
It's not that bad. I quite enjoy it, to be honest.
Yeah?
But then I guess maybe I'm a masochist.
Yeah, because I remember Steve was doing this for the mutant, and this was his least favorite part.
Yeah, he said like if I want to re-UV anything, then I can go ahead. He won't complain. I really like doing it. It's just time consuming.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like figuring out a puzzle. So So we've got like the same texture mirrored on both sides now. Hopefully I haven't. Oh, okay. Have you seen that some people stream themselves sleeping?
It's actually in some areas illegal to do that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why is it illegal to stream yourself sleeping?
And Twitch doesn't let you do it either. You can get shut down. I was actually just talking about this 2 days ago with me and my boyfriend were talking about it. Because he's like, you should just sleep on your stream. I'm like, you can't.
Yeah, go get shut down.
I don't know why I already knew this information, but
These
I did.
goddamn illegal sleeping streams.
Illegal sleeping streams.
Give the rest of us streamers a bad name.
Yeah. I can't believe third player streamed Tender Loving Care for 7 hours yesterday. That's quite the commitment.
Really? That's a lot of TLC.
Oh yeah. That game is hilarious though.
I haven't played it.
When we acquired it, I died of laughter because no one knew what it was. Steve didn't know what it was. He's like, "Oh, I got this game." And I was like, "Are you serious? Are you joking with me right now? You got this game?"
Huh?
And then I had to like show him the true nature of Tender Loving Care.
I have no idea what it is.
It's like an FMV type. No, it's not really FMV. It's more like an interactive video in a way.
Okay.
Where you're like taking psychological tests while you're playing it. And it's about like a man and his wife and their, I don't want to spoil it.
That's okay.
But
you don't
about,
have to tell me anymore.
Okay, it's about a man and his wife. That's all you need to know.
One man and his wife.
One man and his therapist. Oh, Kilgore's here. Hi, Kilgore. There are multiple endings to it, though.
Everybody likes multiple endings.
Yeah, I always appreciate that. Go pick up TLC today. Ba-da-ba.
I just had
a
complete brain fart for a second then.
Oh, what happened?
I couldn't remember where I had to save the stuff for baking. Okay, so this is the logo door. Now that the UV stuff is done, I can do the texturing and people can see how that's done. I've probably made mistakes, but you know, we'll find out. Alright. So here we have our lovely door and frame. Oh, I forgot to do something.
Nice, nice.
That's something that I...
Hawklands asking, will these working doors be in the alpha? And I assume they're asking if all these doors you're working on are going to be in the Adventure Alpha.
Yeah, they should be. So you'll have like the old look to the areas, but the hold on, what's going on here? There we go. Yeah, you'll have the brand new doors aside the old textures, so there might be some. This door doesn't open downwards; it opens sideways.
Yeah.
We had this conversation already.
Oh, this door.
This is where I erase all of the normal detail because it sucks and we don't need it. It's the technical reasoning. Also because I hate doing things the normal way, so I've got to be difficult.
In the meantime, I'm posting
That is good.
stuff on Discord.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just saw this comic of a bear and sitting in bed with a laptop, and he says, "It's bedtime, so I'm gonna watch something evil that will scare me."
There we go, we got nice flat textures. I forgot to switch back to Blender so you guys didn't see what I did. But basically I went around selecting large regions and just setting all of their normal directions to an average for the whole face, which if you know enough about how 3D models work in computer graphics, then that will mean something to you. I bought that. What happened?
What?
Well, this side, look, has baked perfectly. We've got all the lovely high definition detail and stuff. But this side has nothing at all. What did I do
Aw,
wrong?
Yeah. Why
Let's
this
see.
happen?
Ah! Of course, because I had the door animated, didn't I?
Oh
So
yeah.
it snapped it back into its original position. So I need to remove its animation. And then let's go take a look at this. Is that over here? And I'm just
Sir
gonna.
Kane's asking if I'm streaming hamsters today, and I am. I'm gonna be streaming Ham Ham Heartbreak later.
Yay, hamsters!
Let's just hope that it won't crash and it can save properly. But I know it at least, starts.
Right. Try this again. I forgot to export the high poly, didn't I? Try that again. And there we go. Got something weird going on with the glass. To figure that out.
What?
The glass part in the door has gone all strange.
Oh.
See, it's like all weird. But the door itself has worked perfectly.
It's all
Oh, how did that
milky.
get messed up? Ah, god damn it. Don't know how that happened. That's what I wanted. There. Get a preview of the door set up. Okay, so what happened with this glass? There it is.
Sir Kane's trying to make a pun with Steve's name. He says Steven Kickstarter.
What have I done this time? I messed it up again.
I was trying not to distract you.
Door high. Door low. They're correctly named. Why didn't it? I don't get it. They haven't worked. But that one did. But the other ones didn't. High, low. This is confusing. I've literally given them the exact right names. So that I don't understand why it's not working. Sometimes it can be an absolute pain trying to figure out what's gone wrong. Like it's not even...
Can imagine.
If you know what the problem is, it's very quick to fix. But for some reason the names aren't matching up, so it's not baking onto the second object.
Steve's in chat.
Summoned from the abyss.
He's always getting summoned.
Yeah. He's turned up just in time for the beautiful elevator music.
Oh yes, everyone's favorite.
I'm really confused as to why my my modeling isn't working. Why is it misbehaving? It's because there's no preview on? Let's just try these two.
Hawkins says, will we be seeing creation of the elevator door in the future streams?
The elevator door was already created.
So sad.
There we go. It's working now. Looks like it was an
Brock,
issue with
the Wicked
Substance
said,
Painter.
what are you... Oh, sorry.
It looks like it was an issue with Substance Painter. For some reason it wasn't reloading the names of the meshes.
Oh.
So, yeah.
You're being asked, what are your opinions on DRM?
DRM. I mean...
Derm.
I personally like the old DRM where you had to go through a manual and then you get to go to the page number and then write out the number that was in the
Oh
corner.
my gosh.
Do you remember those?
Yes. Good times. Good
Oh, I had
time.
on my
Code
Amiga.
wheel.
Yeah, on the Amiga I had a code wheel where you had to turn it round to get the things lined up.
Yes. Oh boy.
If
Alright,
you
let's do that.
lose the manual or the code wheel, then you don't deserve to play the game. So so that's fine.
Let's release a special edition of System Shock that you get a code wheel and that's your only copy. You don't get it anywhere else.
That's a good
So you
idea.
gotta
I
protect.
can't see anybody complaining about that.
It's a logical way to do it.
Right. Should we do some magic? You ready for some magic?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Magic! Door textured.
Magic. Ooh.
Let's get some glass in there. Maybe some glowing lights. Oh, I need to add emissive. Where's my dirt?
Where's my dirt?
There's my dirt. I lost my dirt!
I love my dirt.
Boop. There we go. Got some dirt on there. Tasty.
There's some dirt on it.
Yeah, you gotta get some dirt on there.
If you don't get dirty making doors, what's the point?
Hell yeah. Dirty Doors.
That's our new band.
The Dirty Doors.
Yeah.
What an aggressive green door. It's aggressively green.
Aggressively green.
Yeah. You know what? I've had enough of the green door. We're going brown.
Brown Town.
Ah, that's pretty good actually.
Oh. I like it. Subtle. It's nice. Looks heavy.
So let's pop a fill layer in the bottom. Black.
Steve requests marshmallow door, please.
Marshmallows! I don't think I have any marshmallows right now. Do we have a marshmallow material?
Candy door.
Oh, some really interesting things in here. Oh, there's some stuff in here that I made ages ago. I didn't realize I still had it on my computer.
Like what?
Like this, this visor material that I made.
Oh yeah, third place right. It needs anime girl stickers on it.
We can make it a lovely gold door like the old, what's it called? Elevator door. There we go. Oh god, that is really ugly. I'm taking that away. That looks pretty good actually. This door's looking really quite cool. Right, I'm gonna adjust
It's a
the
good door.
neons.
Hoglock says, would Nightdive consider doing Triumphant commercials for the game prior to release for trailer purposes? We talked about that a long time ago. I don't think that's something we'll have time to do. I'm not sure. We would have to talk about it more. But we have thrown that around.
What are you throwing around?
You know, things and stuff, ideas.
Oh yeah, things and stuff. There's no... Oh, blur, there we go. Red light's done.
We just jamming along.
Jamming. Can I make it rainbow colored? Sorry, I've not been paying attention to the chat. And yeah, of course I can
Oh.
make it rainbow colored.
I didn't read that too because I was like, I'm not gonna tell you to do stuff.
Let's I'll need an actual rainbow. I'll just make it pink. Everybody likes pink.
Pink's good.
There you go. Beautiful pink door.
That's like a very bubblegummy. It's a bubblegum door. Leads to happy bubblegum land.
That's the secret level.
I like whatever that deep purpley pink was.
Cool, I think that's pretty good progress for today.
Yeah.
That door's pretty much ready to go into the game. I'll probably mess with the textures a bit more when I'm not on stream.
Try to sneak in one pink door and see if anyone notices.
Yeah, we'll just sneak one in somewhere. Let's get a nice little picture of this with the old door.
Oh yeah.
I'll do that after the stream. Thanks for coming, everybody. I hope you liked seeing me make a door.
There's so many doors. You get so lucky to see a door.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm so tired.
I can't wait until I can no longer be the door guy.
Yeah.
I want to be the Cortex Reaver guy.
Be the cool guy.
Cool Cortex Reaver.
Cool Cortex.
Cool Tex.
Cool town.
Super cool town. Right, thanks for coming, everybody. Have a nice day. I shall bid you adieu.
Adieu.
Adieu. Bye.
Bye.